Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of this past week's top stories. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there. Ron, how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm ready to go. I think this is the first time that you've ever sent me all the topics that I was actually thrilled to talk about.
Oh, I am glad I could help you out then. I am glad, Ron, that you approve. The point being, though, the fans out there, if you're joining us live, let us know what you think about our topics we are talking about tonight, because we are super pumped. We are ready to talk about Major League Baseball playoffs, some football news, some basketball news if you're a Celtics fan that you might not be too happy about, as well as the defending NHL champions and their season got very interesting this week as well. So we'll talk all about that and much more. But before we get started, let us talk about those that help us continue to grow. First and foremost, we want to thank those out in Dallas, Georgia, 99.1 WDJY FM. Thank you for putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m., as well as SECTV, Public Access Channel 12 here in Southeast Connecticut. Thank you for broadcasting us at 10 p.m. on Tuesdays. We appreciate the support there. And who else, Ron?
We got some radio station, I believe, WBOB.
Yeah, I think that might be right. 990 WBOB.
You know,
Rhode Island.
I mean, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. So if you want to be a sponsor, just send us an email. But tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com. So send us an email at ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com, and we can fill you in on all the things that we need to do for you to become a sponsor.
That is correct. Thank you, 990 WBOB, for your support. Again, fans, hopefully you're out there and you want to talk, because we've got a lot to talk about, Ron. I don't know if you're ready to kick this party off, but I'm ready to get it started. Let's start off with our leadoff story. Major League Baseball completed their wild card week. Not a weekend anymore, a little different here. Trying to beat the NFL, which I thought was kind of smart in that aspect of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So they only competed with the Thursday night game. Your thoughts on the results? So we'll start off with, I think the one that most of us felt pretty comfortable with, Reds at Dodgers. Dodgers really pretty much dominated the two games, winning overall 18-9 in those two games when it came to run production. Anything you saw from the Dodgers that maybe you think may be a concern going forward?
Well, I mean, you know, they had to play. I mean, that's the concern, right? They had to play in the wild card round. I don't know if that's going to translate to a championship or not.
Right.
I don't think it is.
The Phillies in the NLDS. Again, Phillies, we think is a very good team, formidable against these Dodgers that I think the Dodgers should be nervous. To your point, they've played extra games now.
Yeah.
Granted, all of two, but...
You know, the good thing for them, they don't have to play the Padres, though.
Yeah, which we will discuss shortly. Again, I think this piece to look at is the Shohei Ohtani pitching in this postseason. Will they need it? And if they do, is that a concern? But listen, I would say this for the Reds, who basically got in, the back door, the fact that they got in You have to consider that a win for the Reds.
Oh, absolutely. And it's embarrassing for the Mets. They had to play the Marlins and they couldn't get the job done.
Couldn't finish the job.
They needed one win.
I have a friend that's a Mets fan, and I had a blast just having some conversations just about one game against them. To your point, Miami Marlins, you thought it was a lock. So the Reds, listen, I would take that as a win for them.
Absolutely.
And them getting in, that was unexpected. The next three series all went to game threes. Tigers at Guardians, Ron. And I would say this: it's not always how you finish a season. This seems condescending in one way. It's how you play in the postseason. Because the Tigers, we thought were just, flatline. They were done. They did not look good going in towards the end of the season into the postseason and come through. What were your thoughts on this series?
Well, somebody apparently took the paddles to them and jump started them. Clear. Because they were flatlining. I haven't seen. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen it, but I've seen some tanks in my job, my years, right? Mets are one of them apparently, and we all know that year that the Red Sox had like a massive lead and they missed the playoffs. But Detroit almost did that. They almost did not make it, and if not for luck, they probably would have been embarrassed. By not making the playoffs. They had a 15.5 game lead over Cleveland at one point. But
that is insane.
They made it through, and you got to give them credit and the resilience of them. That makes them a dangerous team.
Yeah. Listen, they got an ace in Skubal, right? We all thought maybe after hitting the batter, what was his mindset? He came out, pitched a hell of a game. I think, again, if you look at last night's game, 6-3, that game, they're starting to hit again. Maybe some of those winning ways, they figured some things out. They do face the Mariners, but I would say this: that's a good matchup for them because I'm not overly confident the Mariners, again, not being in this position before.
They don't have experience.
That series is going to be very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be a great series, actually. I'm looking at all of these series that are about to start, and they're all intriguing. Especially that National League. When you talk about LA has to play the Phillies, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you would think that you would want LA to play one of the other teams, either Milwaukee or Chicago Cubs, because you want the best teams in, and that consensus is to me feels like people think that LA and Philly are the best teams in the National League. But Milwaukee and Chicago has something to say about that. And Milwaukee has got their hands full with Chicago. Look, San Diego had a better team on paper. That did not translate, into a series win.
No, not at all.
At home, if I'm not mistaken. Were they at home? Or was it
Padres?
in Chicago?
No, it was in Chicago.
It was in Chicago, okay.
But again, to your point, that's the next series, right? So Tigers will face the Mariners, we already talked about. Padres at Cubs. How many seasons can the Padres go with that talent? I would consider them probably the second best roster in the National League, right behind the Dodgers, maybe the Phillies. So maybe 1, 2, 3, somewhere in that, and underachieve. Here's a team that every season, Ron, I think we go in saying, okay, the Padres are a team to beat. They played that way in the regular season, and then the postseason comes. You get your starting pitcher knocked out in the first inning, Darvish, and they weren't able to recover. They only lost that game 3-1, but could not muster enough runs to get over the hurdle.
Yeah, and that's a big problem. It's a big problem. You can't keep doing this every year and just having failure after failure, because it doesn't matter, the regular season, if you're not going to do anything in the postseason ever. That's just how it is. And we look through history, as a Red Sox fan, before, they started winning these World Series, it was like, it doesn't matter. The regular season means nothing.
Agreed. So Cubs will face the Brewers. That'll be an interesting series. Just the Craig Counsell leaving Milwaukee to take the Cubs job. So, a little bit of bad blood there. We'll see how that resonates with the Brewers. I will say this. Both National League series seem very intriguing to me.
Yeah.
Because I think it can go any which way. I don't think there's a clear-cut favorite in any of those matchups.
No.
All right, Ron.
I don't think, baseball really wants to see, a Seattle Milwaukee series. I mean, they don't want that. But that's what could happen.
It could. It very well could happen. All right, let's talk about that last game 3. The Boston Red Sox losing to the New York Yankees game 3. I will say this. We got back to classic Yankee Red Sox baseball. I think the rivalry's back. I think that's good for baseball. Before anything said, yes, as a Yankee fan, right, I'm ecstatic that they were able to get past the Red Sox. But I will say this. This was a compelling 3 games, because there was points in times where you sat back and said, Alex Cora outcoached and outmanaged Aaron Boone and fire Boone, and it's over. And then Boone came back, and you were like questioning Cora. And then game 3, you get a pitching performance. The fact that two rookies, Ron,
that was
in a game 3 win
at least for the first 3.5 innings.
But even, I will say this, you could see where Cora made his error. He probably went a little too long, with early. And I think if he had pulled him earlier, a possibility that we have a different result for game 4.
After the first 2 hits, because they were hit hard.
Exactly. Like New York had figured him out.
Yeah.
Figured him out.
And New York Yankees are really good at that. The second time around is always a dangerous time for pitchers, because it is a solid lineup. Let's not candy coat it, because that's a tough lineup to get through. And when they started hitting them hard, that should have been the sign. First, what they should have done is maybe warm up Bello in that third game, because he only pitched 2.5 innings in the first game. And I would have said, you know what, let's put him in there, or go with the bullpen that did it for you all season long, even though their arms are like jello right now. But, once you got a couple of hits off of him, he's a rookie. He's going to get rattled. And, I like the signs of how he pitched. I think he's really good. He's really good.
Yeah.
But he wasn't there all season. And, when you're only having like 4 starts, it's tough as a rookie. And, the Yankees do have themselves a great rookie in their side, and he
pitched
my God,
unbelievable game. 12 strikeouts, 8 innings, no walks. Like, you couldn't have asked for a better pitching performance. I will say, Ron, I think one of Cora's biggest errors was that he didn't have the mentality of all hands on deck. And the fact that he said, listen, it was proven that the Yankees could not hit Crochet. Yep. And I'm not saying that Crochet should have came in the third inning. What I'm saying to you is it should have been an option. And the fact that you took it off the table going into that game, it's almost like you were preconceiving that you were going to win that game and wanted to
Absolutely.
save his arm for the next
Absolutely.
series.
And to go further, look, Cora is a better manager than Boone. But he came up big this time. Like the decisions he made all panned out, especially after game one.
Yeah, after game one.
Game one, you got Crochet. You can only do so much.
And
he's one of the best pitchers in baseball.
And he pulled Fried way too early in game one. So there was a lot of talk about Boone and being outmanaged because, again, when you put the bullpen, that's when Boston became effective in game one. But okay.
Yeah. And he didn't have Chisholm in there in game one.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes in game two and he starts coming in. And he came up clutch last night. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He's a good ball player too. And it is really sad to see the Yankees win for me, but I got to give this guy credit on that mound. Man, he looked like he was Verlander, to be honest with you.
Yeah, right. You could be mad as a Red Sox fan and say they lost, right? You could be disappointed, but you could also.
I knew they were going to lose.
But I would say, okay. But I will say this. You have to give credit to a kid, first of all, who was a Boston Red Sox fan growing up, raised in Boston, wanted to be a Boston Red Sox. It's not his fault who drafted him. But I will say this, if you think about it, what a story to just say you went out in game 3 of a winner-take-all matchup. And that performance, even as a Red Sox fan, you can't be angry. It's not like the game was going back and forth and you lost. And this kid pitched a game where most teams that he would have faced last night would have lost.
Yeah.
There wasn't many teams that would have been able to win that game.
No, I don't think there is a team out there that would have won that game.
So I think you have to credit, like every so often, a squirrel finds a nut. The kid nailed it. He nailed it. And to your point, he didn't look like a rookie last night. He looked like.
I mean, as a Red Sox fan,
this was a good season for Boston.
When I look at the roster, it's like I feel there's hope.
Right, exactly.
Despite the general manager,
they're not far away. And I thought, listen, some of the moves that Breslow made, you could see that paid off. There's some that were bad, but there were some good moves. Getting Crochet and signing Crochet, you got an ace now.
You got for Devers, isn't it?
I think so. He may have been.
I think he is. And if that's the case, score for the Red Sox there. Because look at the Giants now. Now they're stuck with them.
Mm-hmm.
And coming in the offseason for the San Francisco Giants, he's going to be, I don't want to play first base. I'm a third baseman.
You sounded just like him. I thought I was interviewing her.
You see? Look, I just think that they're such a young team that you couldn't expect, the miracles that were happening throughout the season, right? I mean, you can't look, it's not a very experienced team. And, when you're plugging in holes, especially Roman Anthony, like the loss of him really, really derailed the Red Sox. And it's too bad, but at least next year when you go into the season, you don't have as many holes as you did at the beginning of this season.
And I think that's where I said it. If you're a Red Sox fan, right, you can't be disappointed. This kid pitched. James, thanks for joining. Yeah, we missed you, buddy. But I will say this: you can't be disappointed. This kid pitched a hell of a game.
No, he did.
Right. And then on top of it, you can sit back and say, next season, let's add the one big bat we need, get ourselves a quality second starter.
Yeah, you can't get a MASH unit like they have been.
They need to get
Look,
one.
I'm sorry. Like Giolito had a pretty good season, but it doesn't matter if you're not going to be there when it counts.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He's always hurt. You got to get a guy that's durable. You have to. It's a must. You got to get a pitcher that's durable.
And I talked to somebody today who's a Red Sox fan, and she stated, right, why wouldn't he just get a shot? Do something. It's winner take all. Like, try to get out there. How serious was this injury that he was unable to go in the game 3, winner take all, series? Which, again, you could question that. So
yeah, and that's true. There's a lot to be said about that. Look, I mean, I didn't play pro, but I played sports, okay? And I know when, your team needs you out there, you go out there.
I got hosed up by we didn't even read his comment. A new baby. Congratulations, James. Look at that. He had a new baby boy. We're so happy for you. Congratulations. Sorry. I got sidetracked. I just read the whole thing.
Put a baseball in his hand. We need a starting
pitcher. We need
pitcher.
a starting pitcher in Boston in 20 years? All right, Ron. So we'll look forward to watching those divisional series. We'll kind of keep an eye on baseball, but we're going to move on. Great baseball talk. Let us know how you felt about those series. If there was a team you were rooting for or a team that you liked that advanced, we'd love to hear from you and let us know what you thought. But with that, Ron, we're going to talk some NFL. And Lamar Jackson, he suffered an injury, could be out a few weeks. If you're the Baltimore, strike zone is a joke. They're going to come with the automatic. Get the robot umpires are coming out.
I'll tell you, there were a lot of missed calls in that game, but it was on both sides. I just think the umpire was terrible. Yeah,
you can't. Once they get the challenge, two of them you can challenge. It doesn't make any sense to me. All right, Ravens done, Ron. Is this it with Lamar being out? 1-3.
1-3. The chances are they're going to lose this one, so they'll be 1-4 and out of the postseason. They're not going to.
Hey, I disagree with you.
I don't care if you disagree. I just think this team is playing horrible.
All right, so look at this. After the
Even
Texans,
with him,
the Texans aren't playing good football either, so they could win this game regardless.
They could, but they're not going to. Their defense is too good.
Then they face the Rams, Ron. Probably a loss. After that, they've got the Bears at the Dolphins, at the Vikings, at the Browns, the Jets, and the Bengals. They could go on a run here, realistically. And how confident are you? Right now, the Bengals are ahead of them in second with 2-2. Do you think the Bengals are going to finish ahead of the Ravens?
No.
Which means you're putting all your faith in Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers to win the division.
That division is a mess.
That's what I'm saying. The Ravens, even without Lamar Jackson, could still win this division. This isn't the end of the world for the Ravens right now. This might be the best thing for them because defensively they haven't been good either. Now their defense needs to step up and be the reason why this team wins. And they've got very winnable games.
Who's starting for them?
I don't even know who their backup is. Is that Huntley? Might be Huntley. Let me take a look.
It is.
Right? It is Huntley. So I think this is the best possible scenario for the Ravens right now. Because now you're not counting on one guy. Your team has to step up. After the Rams game, I think they could win 4 or 5 of those games. They're right back in the hunt.
I don't know. I mean, it's...
The Dolphins are a good team? No. The Vikings, we don't know what their quarterback situation is.
Yeah, but Miami just won.
The Browns?
The Browns just won.
That's changing quarterbacks. Gabriel's going to start this week.
That's probably a good thing.
The Jets? They're a mess.
They're a mess, yeah.
The Bengals, a mess. I'm telling you right now.
All right, who would have thought that Mac Jones would have been the second best quarterback in that draft? I said it.
Mac Jones. Come on, man.
That kid was awesome last night.
He was awesome, too. He took a beating and a half. He was like a prize fighter. They picked him up.
I think he was about to cough up a lung or something.
Yeah, I thought he was. I really was waiting for something bad to happen. Drew Bledsoe moment in my head.
What a tough kid. What a
Punk
tough
shit,
kid.
no,
I'm
listen, I wish
happy
him
for
well.
him.
Right? Yeah, I agree, Ron. He got hosed here.
He did.
That
They
was
didn't
a
help him. You
Matt
know,
Patricia,
I don't
offensive
see
coordinator.
this. That just proves to me that Belichick didn't want Mac Jones, so he failed on
I think
purpose.
Bill Belichick stymied this team for years, just based on his situation with Robert Kraft.
Mac Jones
That's
is a
my
capable
opinion.
quarterback.
What is up with all these trash to cash quarterbacks this year? Listen, if you look at it, a lot of them, it's. I think we gave up on Jones, Daniel Jones, right? Both playing well. Sam Donald has turned his career around.
Let me ask you this. Would you put Purdy in?
At this point, no. Absolutely not. And I'm not saying I think Purdy's horrible. I just think that you ride the momentum.
You gotta.
You ride the momentum, and Mac Jones is 3-0.
He could be the new Tom Brady, taking over for Drew.
Are you kidding me? I wouldn't put even Drew is better than Purdy. Let's be realistic here.
I think the Patriots would have won that year with Drew Bledsoe too.
They might have.
I really do believe.
I also think that again, you take chances and you ride. You got to ride momentum.
You got to ride the momentum.
So yeah, I would keep Mac Jones in until he proves that he can't win.
He won that team over because he's
Looks,
tough.
he doesn't
and he gets
look good
in there
49
and he just takes it. And then when you think he's down, he just pops right up and
Manny,
runs.
thanks for joining. Mac Jones is better than Purdy. He may be at this point.
I think he might be.
I think Mac's looking at what Purdy got for a contract today, and hold on a second. You put this talent around me, and they're not even they're injured and beat
everybody's
up,
hurt.
and he's still winning. I don't get it.
With Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah. Oh, Kendrick Bourne. I can't. I cannot.
Imagine what we would have if we had Thornton and Bourne on the team.
Yeah, look at Thornton too, right, with the Chiefs now. Holy Toledo Batman. All right, Baltimore's still in. All right, games of interest, Ron, this week, though. I only got four. I got four.
Four? Wait, you have four?
I have four. I didn't think this is as good a week. Four?
You want to talk about four?
Four? Come on.
Oh, I have four. I do have four.
Okay.
I thought I had three.
What do you got?
Well, I like that Tampa Bay Seattle game, believe it or not. You know, Tampa
that was
Bay.
One of my games.
You know, you got to give credit to Baker Mayfield. I'm telling you, this kid, you know, resurrected his career. You know, bouncing around all over the place, and then he goes to Tampa Bay and he says, "I'm stepping in for Tommy," and he has.
He really has.
He has.
Honestly,
he has set things right for his career.
Yeah,
and I gotta tell you, it is impressive. But Seattle has a great defense, so that's a team that, you know, if their offense starts clicking and Sam Darnold has to get used to this system, right? So they're winning games. So it's not that they can't win. They got that defense. They can move the ball. You just have to put up touchdowns instead of.
Yeah, listen, I'm surprised that we're talking about Sam Darnold in a positive. I never thought I'd ever see that ever in my life, and he's proved me wrong. I have that Broncos at Eagles game. I think that is the Eagles have not played a good game. They are getting outrushed, outpassed. They're just finding ways to win towards the end of a game. And I'm just curious how much longer they can carry that momentum. Broncos need a win, though, too. They haven't looked as good as I think we've expected. I think they're 2-2.
2-2. But look, I mean, it could be a three-way tie in first place after this week. You know, if Broncos and Kansas City, who we thought was dead, well, I don't think we thought that, but
we hoped it.
We hoped it. But the Chargers look vulnerable after losing to Cleveland.
Yeah.
And it could, if they lose and Broncos and Kansas City both win, it's
Every game.
here we go again, right?
Every game, James, except that what was the one game? Was it the Rams that they came back in the second half and won?
Yeah.
But yeah, they usually just holding on. It's been pretty interesting. So I noticed I have Commanders at the Chargers.
Yeah.
And I think the key here is they say Jaden Daniels will be back, but what's he
but they
gonna
don't
look like?
have McLaurin.
McLaurin's out. The Chargers too need to start to win some
Debo's
games.
hurt,
Right?
but he's probably playing.
They just lost to the Giants. The Chargers, right? So they got to bounce
Oh,
back
the
too.
Giants. Yeah, that's who they
And
lost.
here's an opportunity. To your point, they had a stranglehold on the AFC West. They need to get back
And
to
you
winning
lose to the
ways.
Giants, you can't
Maybe
lose
a
that game.
defensive game, in my opinion. Yeah, it should be. You would think so, but I would also say, what's his name there? The kid quarterback for the Broncos. Drawing a blank.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Not related to Stevie, I'm guessing.
No, different Nix. But I will say that he started to play some good football last week, so maybe he's coming back. I mean, he had a hell of a rookie year, so
Yeah.
it could be an interesting matchup.
That's a tough division.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it's a tough division.
What was it last year?
I don't think we've heard the last of the Raiders either, because
was that last year we picked all 4 teams to finish like 10 plus wins? It was a couple of years ago. One of our NFL preview was last year, wasn't
the
it?
Raiders. I don't
Yeah,
think
we had
picked
all.
the Raiders.
Yeah, we did. We had all of them winning 10 games. I think it was 2 years ago. Anyway, what else do you
I
have?
would have said that of Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and
Oh,
Cleveland a couple
Go
of
back
years
and watch
ago.
the tape. I'm telling you, we had all.
Yeah, I don't want to go
to
back and watch the tape.
because we
That's
weren't
for
right.
somebody else to go do.
What do you got? What else? You got another game? I got another game. You said you had
Yeah, I
another
got
game.
that Kansas City Jacksonville game.
I know why you did that game though, Ron, because you just listened to Taylor Swift's new album that got released. You thinking Kelsey, you got all excited, and that's why you want to watch it now.
No.
That is
No.
exactly why.
Nothing makes me
Jaguars?
think. I actually despise Kelsey more this year than I ever have.
What?
Just because of it, like he's got an attitude out there, like
He wants to
his
beat up his
crap
coach.
don't stink.
He wants to beat up his coach. Let him be.
It's like there's been things that have happened in game where he says something and pushes a player, and then the player turns around and smacks him in the head, and they get the flag, of course. But Kelsey's been doing that a lot, and
Well, the older we
I
get,
hope he gets popped.
I mean, the older we get cranky. I mean, you used to be such a pleasant individual to work with, and now he's a little cranky. He's getting cranky. He's on the back end here, Kelsey. I don't know. I'm just not intrigued with
Gonna get a back end.
The Jags piece of it. Like, do we feel the Jags are? The Jags. I don't know. I don't feel it.
All I could think about is when Taylor Swift was in the box. Remember that episode?
You're right there, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My other game was the funny thing is Texans at Ravens, because one of these teams is going to be 1-4. And it's going to be
Baltimore.
It's going to be extremely hard for one of these teams to make the postseason.
It's going to be hard for either team to make the postseason.
The Texans, I mean, talk about a fall from grace quick. That elevator went down fast. Like last year, people were saying they were going to go to the Super Bowl, and now they've got one win. Goes to prove how quick it's in the NFL.
It makes me wonder. They might need to change their coach.
Yeah.
I mean, first year with Stroud, I mean, you just struck gold and everything went right for you, and now it's just a complete disaster since then.
Yeah, maybe. All right. Well, let us know what you think. Your games of interest out there. Again, those are some 4 good games, 5 good
Look,
games.
Patriots can
At Bills, yeah, right? Should be a fun. You never know.
you
Listen,
never know.
I think that game might be closer than many people are giving New England credit for. I think they've turned a corner. They're a better team. Don't turn the ball over 5 times. You got a shot.
So would you have played Stevenson in
No,
the? No, I wouldn't have played him either.
no, but
I
again,
probably would have cut him on the spot after the second
yeah,
fumble.
financially, but I would say I probably would have created a point. He needs to understand like it just can't keep going. You can't keep happening, and you just all right. Well, you're back in next week, but all right, Ron. We're gonna have some fun with our starting 5. Our starting 5 tonight: 1985 NFL draft picks. I will say this class was pretty good. This was a good class. There's
What a
some
good class it was.
phenomenal players in this. But so our starting 5, we've got to pick the 5 players from the 1985 draft. Let you know how we would classify them.
Who won the
And
Super Bowl that year?
85 is the Bears. That was the squish. Bury the Bears. That didn't go very well for New England.
Quarterback shuffle or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Jim McMahon.
What is it? Jim McMahon?
Yeah, Jim McMahon.
I keep
With
thinking
those
Vince
glasses.
McMahon.
Yeah, no, Vince is WWE, my friend. All right. Ron, to get us back on track, you are first this week.
Wait, I thought I was first the last 2 weeks.
Your odds, I'm evens, right? Oh, I'm evens. It's me. I am first this week, so I will give you my honorable mention.
Wait, am I going to keep going first?
Did I give you 2 last? I gave you 2 in a row. All right. With my honorable mentions were quarterback Randall Cunningham, who I think was one of those first true running quarterbacks. And then I don't know why I always like this guy. I think when I think tight end, the first time I really started to enjoy that position, Mark Bavaro. So those were my 2 honorable mentions: Randall Cunningham and Mark Bavaro.
I got 4.
I'm not surprised.
But one is Randall Cunningham.
Okay.
And one is Mark Bavaro.
All right. So who are the other 2?
I mean, the guy won 2 Super Bowls. He has
did.
to get in there somehow.
He did. He was tough as nails, that guy.
Yeah. And I also have Ray Childress, 5-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a good player. I mean, 5 Pro Bowls. That's pretty good. I also have Jay Novacek.
Yeah.
Jay Novacek, 5-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro, 3-time champion. So I had to put him in because he won the most championships from that draft.
No.
Well, there's only 2 really that.
Because there was one other. All right. You just have to get a cowboy in there because that's how much you're turning.
I knew James was going to pop in, and I figured Danny would be here.
Manny is another Cowboys fan. We got a lot of Cowboy fans that watch us. I don't know. That's a good thing.
3 is too many.
Yikes! All right, let's start this starting 5.
I lost a Christmas card finally.
All right. At number 5 for me, I had Kevin Green. 160 sacks, 5 Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pros. Played on a few different teams, but again, when we talk about a game record, he was one of those. Kevin Green at number 5 for me.
Yeah, I have him at number 5 as well. Like this could be carbon copies.
Cowboys didn't really do well for a couple of years after that. Yeah, they struggled for a little bit. Yeah. I mean, they bounced back in the 90s, though, so look at it that way.
Oh, yeah, they bounced all right.
At number 4 for me.
Out of playoffs.
At number 4 for me, underrated wide receiver here.
Copy, copy.
951 receptions, 13,198 yards, 87 touchdowns, 7 Pro Bowls. Andre Reed at
Yeah.
number 4 for me.
I have Andre Reed at number 4 as
Wow.
well. He's a great
He was
receiver.
right. And you think
I
about
mean-
it. We talked so much about the guys on that Bills team with Bruce Smith and Thurman Thomas. Andre Reed was such a big piece of them getting to 4 straight Super Bowls.
Yes, he was massive. He's one of the better receivers of that decade.
Yeah. No, absolutely agree. At number 3, that man over there right underneath you, number 56, Chris Dolman, 150 and a half sacks, 8-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, a 1-time Defensive Player of the Year. He was another game record when we talk about, just dominant linebackers. Chris Dolman for me at number 3.
I have Chris Dolman at number 3 as well. Eric, I mean, this guy was really good. When you start thinking about all the facets of defense, right? The guy had 8 interceptions. What is it? 44 forced fumbles, 24 fumble recoveries, 150 sacks, and 915 solo tackles. Solo tackles. And of course, he scored 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the boys, the Bills probably would have been a dynasty. You're 100% right, James.
You're right.
Because they had some players. Because that brings us to our number 2, and I think Ron has the same thing. That gentleman right there, Bruce Smith, 200 sacks, 11 Pro Bowls, 8 All-Pros, and 4 Defensive Player of the Years. I mean, they had like 18 different.
He didn't miss number 1 by much.
No, it came real close for me as well.
It was tough. It was tough.
Really close. But
because Bruce Smith, I think he's the best defensive player of all time.
Him and Reggie White, to me, 1A, 1B, because I still think Reggie White too is dominant as well. At number 1, Ron, I'm sure you feel the same way I do. Jerry Rice, though, has to be number 1. What
Absolutely.
A draft class this was, though. 15, pay attention, people, 1,549 receptions. What is that? Is insane.
That's crazy.
That is insane. 22,895 yards, only 197 touchdowns.
That is I didn't even write down the numbers. I knew he was number 1, and I didn't write the numbers down for Bruce Smith because I knew he was going to be my number 2.
These guys were remarkable. 13-time Pro Bowler, 10-time All-Pro, 3-time champion, Jerry Rice. The only issue I would have with any of these guys is how many of these guys he went Seattle, the Raiders. Bruce Smith went to the Redskins because they were the Redskins back then. You think Kevin Green played for the Panthers? Like some of these guys, just their whole career wasn't with the one team.
Yeah, and I think that was the beginning of a different era. Towards the later end, when guys like Jerry Rice are going somewhere else, that is where it started.
And now you got guys like Tom Brady moving on to the thing.
Yeah. Tom Brady is
that happened. School. That never happened. He didn't go anywhere.
Old school.
New England only. Tommy, you hurt me. You hurt me, buddy. Still hurts today. All right, that was a fun list, though. The fact that we got here, Ron, you know what that deserves?
I'm surprised. Yeah. I'm surprised.
The Bruce Smith one, I almost I started and I'm like,
I almost did too.
But then Jerry's, 1,500 plus receptions. 1,500.
Yeah, it's those touchdowns for me. Those touchdowns are
97. Now there's a guy would have stuck around for 3 more. Get to 3, dude. I don't care.
Literally could have done it in 2 or 3 games.
Just listen. Put him in every goal line package only. And all you can do is we're going to throw it every time to you.
I don't think you could stop him if you told everybody that you would throw it to him.
200. That's crazy. All right, Ron, we're going to talk some NBA. Nice list, though. Good job.
Maybe he'll come out of retirement.
Jerry, I would do it. Jerry, 3 games. That's all you need. Come to New England. Al Horford, our man, gone. Signed with the Golden State Warriors. Your thoughts on his time in Boston, what this means for the Warriors? I will say it's a 2-year deal with the Warriors. It includes a player option for next season. So it looks like a total value of possibly $12 million if he opts in on year 2.
Maybe he'll opt out and come back to Boston next year.
Please come to Boston for the springtime.
I mean, you never know. Look, this is depressing for me because I always envisioned, and I've said it on the show several times, that Horford should be a player coach and really take younger players under his wing, and then, eventually just be an assistant coach, and then maybe down the road be a coach somewhere. That's what I always envisioned, because I think what Horford means to this team goes beyond those numbers, and his numbers were pretty damn good.
They were.
Especially at that age.
Yeah,
right?
Listen, 7-year career in Boston, Ron, 11.2 points, 6.8 rebounds, 3.6 assists. That's just in Boston. He shot from 3, over 38%, almost 39%, and over 55% just from the field. He did have an all-star appearance with Boston and obviously the one championship. So
yeah, and I don't feel like those numbers even do him any justice. Isn't that crazy?
He played big in moments when, they needed him the most.
Oh my God. The intangibles for Horford, they're going to be sorely missed in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And I was giving the Celtics a chance this coming season based on thinking that they're going to re-sign him, and they didn't, and that makes me feel differently. I don't think that they can do anything significant in the playoffs.
In this last 2 seasons, if you look at it right from the championship, now you lose Porzingis, you lose Drew Holiday, and now you lose Al Horford.
Oh, and you can't forget about the other big guy.
And Tatum's not gonna.
No, not Tatum. I'm not talking about that.
Yes, I know. Listen, this team, this Boston team is in trouble. And I will say this is a nice pickup for the Warriors. This is
it's fantastic.
Pick that, listen, you don't need him to play 82 games. You need him to be present in the postseason, which they're probably going to make again. And now you've got a guy that's been tested, playoff tested. Right? So I think this was a great move for the Warriors.
This gives them a shot because, I mean, you have Kuminga, you've got Draymond, you've got Al Horford. I mean, you're not going to get out-muscled under the rim. You might not have that big, huge guy that you want, but he could be available from New Orleans. Just saying.
See Zion slim down? Zion did some Ozempic something, man. That dude lost a ton of weight. He looked good.
The word is they might even be in the hunt for Adebayo.
Nothing. Bam would be a good move for them.
Yeah, I don't care about Zion, to be honest with you.
I think this might be his year. This is going to be the year, buddy.
Yeah, he'll play a half a season.
No, he looks good. He is.
At some point, he's going to run out of cookies.
Maybe he's getting those fat-free cookies, or you know what I mean? No carb cookies.
Fat-free cookies.
They make no carb cookies now. Yeah, they do it, man. There's a ton of stuff out there.
Wait a minute.
Carb-free cookies. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. All right, Ron. Al, you'll be missed. This is a big loss for the Celtics.
It's such a sad day. I feel like he's been on the team for like 20 years.
It does feel it, but you got to remember he had those 2 years. He had that stint. You remember he left, went to.
It could be that
where did
again.
He end up going from Boston. He went somewhere.
I thought he went back to Atlanta.
No, I thought the Knicks or somebody tried to sign him.
I don't know. Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
He didn't.
When Tatum comes back, Al
He's gonna
Horford
look.
will opt out. They'll sign him,
Yeah,
and
okay. I don't know about that either, buddy. I think, and at that point, he's going to be 41, 42 years old. I don't know if I. So from Atlanta, went to Boston. He went to Philadelphia. That's right. Yeah.
that's what it was.
Then he went to OKC for a year, and then Boston brought him back. Yeah. Yeah. So not too hot.
Yeah, I really like Al Horford.
Yeah. It's a big loss.
I think they should have brought him back.
Celtic fans.
And I think he would have taken less to stay in Boston.
Yeah, I think he would have too. Well, I don't know now because I think some of the talk was too that he kind of money and the fact that he doesn't feel like Boston can win now.
Well, yeah.
He went where he could possibly get a second ring. All right, Ron. Let's talk some Major League Baseball. Again, this was an interesting story coming out. Albert Pujols being considered for the Los Angeles Angels managing job. Could this actually work? Would this?
Look, at this point, for the Angels, they should try anything. And why not? Because you don't think that Al Pujols is going to, garner some respect amongst the players. You don't think that, these young players coming up aren't going to listen to what he says? Of course they are. Because he's one of the greatest players to play the game.
Especially the last 20 years, like his name was considered one of the best hitters in the game, right?
Yeah.
Funny thing is, Ron, do you know the last time the Angels made the postseason was in 2014? Guess who was a member of that team? Albert Pujols. That's pretty incredible. They haven't had a winning record since 2015. That's 10 years. Albert Pujols was part of that team too. They need something to spark this.
Yeah.
And I think this might be the guy to help Mike Trout, honestly, at least maybe do something for the next couple of years of his career. Because he's a mess too.
Mike Trout, man. What a waste of talent.
Wow, bro. Tell us how you really feel.
No, I'm not insulting the guy except for his lack of playing time.
Mike Trout, what a waste of talent. But in a nice way, he meant it. People, he didn't mean it in a bad way.
All right. So 2 Christmas cards gone, but
man.
But what I'm saying is, like, they never put anything around him. You had a guy around him with Ohtani, and you were dumb to not get anything for him. Everybody on the planet knew he wasn't going to re-sign with the Angels. Everybody did. You should have traded him and raked everyone over the coals. That's what they should have done.
Yeah.
You could have had pitching out the wazoo.
The old wazoo. Yeah, who doesn't like
you would have had prospects lining up.
Eesh. 3-time MVP, 3-time Major League Baseball Player of the Year, 2-time champion, Albert Pujols. The only question I would have for you is this, Ron. We've seen it before. Like Larry did it with the Pacers where it seemed like it worked. But then Magic tried with the Lakers, and no bueno. Didn't go so well. Right? Sometimes these great players don't make great coaches. Do you think?
Most of the time they don't.
But baseball, do you feel in baseball it goes a little right? Baseball seems to be a little easier with that.
Like I think it is the respect, and it is, the players that work hard. Like, do I want a Wayne Gretzky to coach my team? Hell no. He didn't have to work for anything. When the going got tough, McSorley got going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you.
I don't. In hockey, it's those tough guys, right? They make good coaches. Terry O'Reilly broke the jinx in Boston playing against Montreal in the playoffs. They never could beat him. O'Reilly steps in, they beat him. Berube in St. Louis did it. You know, you're talking about Lindy Ruff. You know, yes, they're not winning championships, but they're winning. And in baseball, I think it isn't like the big stars. It's those
Well,
guys
Pujols you would
that work
consider.
hard.
You don't consider Pujols a big star, though?
He is a big star, but he's a hard-working big star.
Okay,
There's a
okay.
difference.
All right.
You
I see
know?
what you're saying. Okay. Maybe. I think it'll work. I think no matter what, it brings some excitement to the Angel season next year if they do it.
I think they should. I think they should pull the trigger. They
We're
need
not-
to get something different in here.
James
You know?
trying to get you down this road again. Bing Crosby could be a great coach.
Why are we talking about Bing Crosby? I don't understand this one.
Your man Sydney.
That's Sydney, not Bing.
All right.
No, he would not.
Oh, see, you had to do it, James. You just wanted to poke the bear. Hey, let me Ron, before we get into our split decisions, I know there was a little something you'd like to say about WBOB 990 in Providence, Rhode Island.
There was something I wanted to say.
Yep.
You mean another plug?
Yes, sir.
Plug. All right. So, sponsor the show, just like 990 WBOB does for us. Tonight's show is brought to you by the all-new 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to your favorite Providence shows, including Sports Unfolded and the Bryant Bulldog Sports Hour. So send us an email to sponsor the show. ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. We can send you out a media kit. And if you're in the Providence area and you like, the Bryant Bulldogs, watch the show. Listen to the show, not watch it.
We're on the radio in Providence, Rhode Island, 990 WBOB every Saturday at 10 a.m. So check us out as well. And if you're listening to us come join us Friday nights, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on all of the social media platforms. We are now live on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Everybody, the little blue bird, the big X.
Yep.
I don't know. There's so many different things.
Yeah.
But
all of these platforms. Look at all of this stuff.
Facebook. Twitter,
we got viewers on every channel almost.
It is amazing. All right, Ron. Are you ready to talk some split decisions?
Sure.
Our split decision segment. Basically, we give each other two split decisions. We got to make a decision on what we ask and live with it. So I am first, Ron, this week. And my first split decision is, which record is more likely to be broken first, Ron? Most Major League Baseball wins at 116, NFL wins at 16, NBA wins at 73, or NHL wins at 65.
That's
Which
easy.
record is more likely to be broken?
That's easy.
Okay.
NFL, because they keep adding games like they're giving out candy on Halloween.
So, yeah, if they go to 18, you might see like a 17-1 team at some point. So you think somebody could go 17-1 before that happens? 17-0. Because that year the Patriots did go 16-0. We know what happened.
Possible. I would think that's more likely than a team going, with the breaking the record for wins in baseball. It is a long season. Too much crap can happen.
And it happened twice. I think it was the Cubs and the Mariners both did it twice.
Yeah.
73 wins was the Golden State Warriors. They beat the Bulls, right? 72. Disparity in the NFL is crazy. So again, I think it is harder to win straight. I think the NHL one's more likely. I think at some point, 65. I think the Boston team that did it shouldn't have done it. So if they
are going to add 2 more games next season.
Ooh. So it's an 84 game season now?
Next season.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
That makes it interesting. Teams are so
Well,
we know what it
that's
means.
because
James, thanks.
they,
Meaning
they're
it
getting
teams
ready
are.
for an expansion. That's why.
I feel like James doesn't think we know what the word disparity. It's like meaning teams are so close. Thanks, buddy. There's no give.
Yeah, it's parity. It's not disparity.
Parity. Yes, it is parity. Ron, your first split
But it's like that in
decision.
all the sports except for baseball.
It
Baseball,
You pretty much
if
made
you're
it
gonna,
down
I
that
guess that would be the one.
Could
If
happen.
teams like the Dodgers are going to keep piling on players.
Yeah. Parity. I think it is what I meant. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Parity. Not to be confused with parody, a mockery of something.
Ron, your first split decision, my friend.
Wait, what? So I said, what did I say?
You went
Football.
baseball now. You went football,
No, I
then
went
baseball.
football.
You went football, but then you kind of said baseball.
No. I'm sticking
You're
with
sticking
football.
with the NFL. Okay, 16
Yeah.
wins. Oh, 17 wins will happen first. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Next year, when they add another one.
Okay.
All right. So my first one: which wild card team has the best chance to win the World Series? Chicago Cubs or the Detroit Tigers?
Oof. I think the Tigers. I am gonna hate myself for saying this, but I think the Tigers because I think the American League is a little easier. I don't know if anybody's getting by the Dodgers or the Phillies, depending whoever comes out of that series.
Right. I agree.
So
That's a good point.
I can't see the Cubs being that pick. So I would go with the the Detroit Tigers. And then Detroit Lions. I'm going with the Detroit Lions in the Major League Baseball. Maybe they finally get to the big game.
Hey, they're in first place in the NFL again.
Right? But I'm going the Tigers there. Good question.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Ron, your second split decision. Is it more likely Alex Ovechkin scores more than 44 goals, less than 44 goals, or finishes with 44 goals this season? That's what he finished with last season, 44 goals.
I'm going to say less. I think the way the Washington Capitals played last year was above and beyond. I don't think they're going to get there again. I don't think they're going to be the top team in that division. They may even struggle even to make the playoffs.
I think you're right. I think he had his hurrah last year, and
yeah,
I agree.
I think they might look like the Bruins and Rangers next year.
Very well could.
This coming season,
Yeah,
I think that's what we're seeing.
I think that, and believe it or not, that's who the Bruins open up with. I think it is.
Yeah.
The Caps.
It is Wednesday.
So you get to see them.
The same night that Survivor's on.
Oh. What are you going to watch, Ron? I don't know.
Pissed.
Your second split decision.
All right. Speaking of hockey, I haven't done one in a long time. What game on opening night will feature the most goals?
Hey,
Will it
Danny's
be
in the house.
Chicago with Connor Bedard against Florida with Bennett and Marchand? Or will it be Pittsburgh with Sidney and Evgeny
Mm-hmm.
going up against New York Rangers, the bread man, Artemi Panarin?
Mary, yeah.
I don't think JT Miller will be in there. I think he got hurt.
Danny's Dallas.
Or will it be Colorado and Los Angeles with McKinnon, Makar, Kopitar, Fiala?
I'm going option 3 there. I'm going Avs. I think they have a squad to put some pucks in the net. You got to look at both sides. So I don't know how good Pittsburgh's going to be. So even if the Rangers put up some goals, I don't think Pittsburgh. So you said the most goals in the games total.
Right.
I'm going more with the Avs, scoring a ton of goals. And who's their opponent again?
LA Kings.
Kings who can put the puck in the net as well. So I think that'll be the highest scoring game.
Good game.
Plus, it seems in the West they score more.
How much do you think that Connor Bedard is a bust?
I think if he doesn't show signs this season, yeah, absolutely.
Like, he hasn't done anything.
No, and he's got to.
He's not even sniffing league leaders.
All they kept talking about is the next Gretzky, and I'm like, you can't put that
not
in
even
that class
close
at all. You can't even do that. But we're going to continue talking some NHL here, Ron, because this is a
Danny's
big
here.
loss.
Hi, Danny.
Danny is in the house. Alex Barkov is out for the season, Ron. Can the Florida Panthers still repeat as champions? They are going for the coveted three-peat. I think I just owed royalties to Pat Riley there. But I will say the last team to win 3 Stanley Cups was the New York Islanders, 1980, 81, 82. So it's already rare.
They won 4
to begin with. They won 4, yes. And then the only other teams that have done it were the Montreal Canadiens, who won 5 in a row, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. So it's not very common. And that's 47, 49, and 56, 50. Actually, the Canadians did it twice.
Yeah.
But it's so rare to begin with. I think their biggest injury concern's got to be Tkachuk. Because, again, he's not.
He's going to be out till December.
Yeah. So, Kurt, what's going on? Yeah, that's going to be tough without that guy. Barkov is going to. Again, you think about what they've added. I think the Marchand re-signing, and you looked at it, and on paper it was like, wow, this is going to be great. Now you talk about Barkov being out, and now Tkachuk being out for some time. Barkov not coming back at all. The only benefit they said is that they get some salary cap relief. They might be able to pick up a player, but I don't think they do it. I don't think they do it, Ron.
What can you get? I mean, there's nobody that's a free agent that is going to be top line.
And nobody's going to trade somebody to you, not after winning 2 straight Stanley Cups, because nobody's going to want to give you.
They're gonna want a lot from you,
right? So I can't see it. Listen, Barkov in his career, 804 games played, 286 goals, 496 assists, a plus 124. That is phenomenal. That's going to be hard to replace. He's won a Bing Clancy, 3 Selkies, and 2, obviously the 2 cups. As many leaders as we think this team has, they're all out.
Yeah, I don't see them repeating. In fact, they may even have a tough time making the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. I
mean, when you think about Ottawa and Montreal last season, how well they played, that might be a little more difficult, because Florida came in 3rd in that division.
Mm-hmm.
And that's with those guys in the lineup. Now you take that away, I'm not sure you make the playoffs.
Yeah, it's so hard to win 3 in a row. 3 in a row alone was already going to be, something that's difficult to do. And now you're losing some of your key.
Yeah, to me, it looks like we're going to have 2 new teams in the Stanley Cup Finals 100%. This season.
Yeah, even making the playoffs. Kurt agrees with you. They may not make the playoffs. So, tough loss. Because I think in some aspects, NHL fans were probably, you either root for or against it, always this, but you'd want to see it. Can they do it? And it's like the more injuries that happen to this team, to those key guys, it's going to be less and less of a chance of you to even witness it.
Yeah,
so.
The emergence of Bennett will help, because now he has that scoring touch in him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that he's going to be on a line with Brad Marchand, and that's what they should do, because those 2 players on the same line would drive teams crazy. The same line? Oh, my God.
Yeah. So. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on this. NHL season kicks off, Wednesday, Ron?
Tuesday.
Tuesday night, and then Wednesday, right? They have a bunch of games as well. All right, Ron, we are going to move on to our pick and roll.
It's time for Pick and Roll.
Our pick and roll segment tonight. We are on episode 40 of season 5. You can call me Al. All these relief pitches had 40 save season. You can call me Al. Call him Al. Call him Al out the door. 40 saves in a season. So these players are Francisco Cordova, Trevor Hoffman, Rob Nen, Troy Percival, Jeff Reardon, and Billy Wagner. We're going to rank them from 6 to 1. I am first this week, Ron. So I will start us off with my pick and roll. At number 6, Francisco Cordero, 47 and 53 on his career, 824 innings pitched, a 3.38 ERA, 329 saves, 796 strikeouts, 3 All-Stars. That's his career. At 5, I had Troy Percival, 35 and 43, 708 innings pitched, a 3.17, so a little bit better on the ERA, 358 saves, 781 strikeouts, 4-time All-Star. He did win a championship, so I moved him to 5. At 4, I went Jeff Reardon, 73 and 77. Listen to this, a 1,132.1 innings pitched. That's pretty damn impressive. 3.16 ERA, 367 saves, 877 strikeouts, a 4-time All-Star. He did win a Rolaids Relief Pitcher of the Year and a 1-time champion. Then we get to the nitty-gritty. These top 3, I thought it started to get a little dicey here.
Very difficult.
Yeah. Number 3, I went Rob Nen, 45 and 42, 715 innings pitched, 2.98 ERA. That's very good. Anything under 3, very good. 314 saves, 793 strikeouts, a 3-time All-Star. He did win a championship. At 2, I went Trevor Hoffman. I didn't like the wins record, 61 and 75. He did pitch in 1,089.1 innings, 2.87 ERA, which was great, 601 saves, 1,133 strikeouts, Ron. Pretty damn good. 7-time All-Star, 2-time Rolaids Relief Pitcher of the Year. But at number 1, I went Bobby Wagner. Listen, first of all, had to win a
Billy.
40.
Bobby Wagner is
the linebacker for the Rams. Billy Wagner, 47 and 40. So a winning record, 903 innings pitched. This is where it became key for me. 2.31 ERA, best on this list. 422 saves. 1,196 strikeouts. He only pitched in 903 innings. So he was far and away more than 1 strikeout per inning. Like, this guy dominated. 7-time All-Star and a 1-time Rolaids. So that strikeout to innings pitched was the reason I put him at number 1. You're right, Kurt. It could have went either way. I didn't like the fact that Trevor Hoffman had a losing record, 71 and 75.
But as a closer,
I get it, but
if you get a decision, it's because of a loss.
Okay.
And Kurt is right. It is a toss-up on that one. I had such a difficult time with this one. But Eric, have we ever gone a show where we were the same on both?
No.
Starting 5?
I do not believe so.
And
did it happen tonight?
It just happened.
Hey!
And let me tell you, it came down to a coin flip for me because I couldn't decide between Hoffman and Billy Wagner, but I felt that the extra 300 strikeouts for innings and the fact that he had a 2.31 ERA was a little more than, the 200 saves. That is impressive what Hoffman did. Let me tell you, to me, these two guys are Hall of Famers. Oh, wait. Yes, they are
They
Hall
are.
of Famers. They're the only Hall of Famers on this list.
Yeah.
So it goes to show what those two players did for their teams. And believe me, Rob Nen was in the mix. I think what hurt Rob Nen was, a higher ERA, but also the fact that he played in Florida for a lot of those years, and he probably missed out on a bunch of save opportunities. Billy Wagner, however, did that. He had some pretty bad teams he was on. He managed to get those saves, but he was just lights out when he was in.
Dominant.
I mean, that ERA 2.31. You're talking very few people have that.
Mhm.
Very few. You're talking the elite. So Hoffman
Agreed.
in his prime was unhittable. Same with Wagner. Yes,
Both of them.
absolutely, absolutely. So I mean, it is. I literally flipped a coin to see who was number one.
Yeah, no, I agree. That was a good list. Very good list.
Heads Hoffman, tails Wagner, and it came
Yeah.
up tails.
There you go. There you go. Ron, it is prediction time. And we've got some people on tonight. So I'm expecting some participation here. Last week, I went 6-3. You were 5-4. I'm only one out in the loss column right now. Danny 2-3. Danny dropped to 47%. Danny, you need to get back on the winning track here. But if you are joining us live, we are going to give you the games. All we need for you to do is give us the picks. Again, it is that simple. Let's get your name on that list. Kurt, here's your chance to see if you can beat us this week. We've got Major League Baseball starting tomorrow. Game 1, the Los Angeles Dodgers at the Philadelphia Phillies. I am going with a rested team at home run. I like the Phillies in this series anyway. This is just game 1. I'm giving Phillies game 1 at home to win.
Yeah, I also took the Phillies in this one to win game 1. I also like them in the series as well. Should be a great series though. I mean, this is the matchup that everybody wants.
James is going Philly. All right, James, back on it.
Kurt, come on, give us a pick.
Kurt going Phillies as well. All right, Kurt, joining the list here, buddy. Love it.
There we go.
Get some more people on there. Danny, I don't know if you're still on, buddy. Give us your pick. All right. Also on 10-4, Ron, you got the New York Yankees at the Toronto Blue Jays, game 1 of the ALDS. What do you have?
I'm going to go Toronto. I don't like it. I fear that it could be a Yankee win on this series, but
James
I'm hoping
went
not.
Blue Jays. I agree with you. I think Toronto takes game 1. I think, listen, New York didn't play well against AL East teams. They struggled to get by Boston. Kurt's going Toronto as well. So I went Toronto.
Sweeps.
You got the little birdie going. Oh, that's a Blue Jay, though. That's red.
It's a Cardinal.
That's a... Oh, no, it's blue.
It's blue on...
Yeah, look at that. All
That's
right.
weird.
Blue Jay. All right, Ron, some NFL action on the 5th this Sunday. We got the Denver Broncos at the Philadelphia Eagles. As much as I want to say Philly hasn't played well, they're 4-0. They find ways to win. I think they do it again at home. I went Philadelphia here.
Yeah, I went Philadelphia too. I'm still hoping Denver wins the game, though. I don't know why I know why I like Denver more than Philly. I mean, look at their crap
Steven
fans.
Nick's cousin plays for. Oh, James going to Eagles. James, a Dallas fan, going to Eagles.
Oh, that's noteworthy right there.
Look at it. He's crying. He's
crying about
He
it,
hates
too.
it. You don't want to.
He's in pain, Eric.
The
He's
Eagles.
in pain.
Kurt going Philly. So far, we got clean sweeps going here. Either we're making really good picks or everybody just. But I would take Denver at the +7, though. Yes, if we were doing spreads, I could see that. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Philly's played a lot of close games. I would take that spread. All right.
Yeah,
Also this Sunday, the Washington Commanders at the Los Angeles Chargers. Who do you have?
I'm going to go Chargers in this. I don't like the fact that Washington is on the road without McLaurin. So I'm going Chargers.
Yeah, listen, Jaden Daniels missed the last 2 games. McLaurin out. Chargers, bad loss. So you know that, Jim Harbaugh is going to have them fired up.
Debo's hurting.
Yeah, I'm going Chargers as well here at home. I can't see Harbaugh giving another bad loss to his team, and it's too important for the Chargers. They're in a race. They're in a race. So
yep.
Anybody else got a pick for us? LA, Kurt agreeing.
Another sweep.
I'm starting to think we are smart. This is what I'm saying. People know they're going to stick with us. Game 1 tonight, Ron, of the WNBA Finals. We've got the Phoenix Mercury at the Las Vegas Aces. I will say this. The Aces got hot. Phoenix beat a very good Minnesota team, though. But Aces have been here. They've done it. They've done it consistently. I'm going Aces here.
They have some great basketball player that might be the best in the league.
Aja Wilson, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Yeah. Was it me?
I already said I took the Aces.
Oh, I'm going the Las Vegas Aces as well.
All right, Aces. James going to Aces. I think James a gambler, though, so he likes Vegas. He's a big Vegas guy. I could see James chilling in Vegas. Not anymore. Now with a new baby boy. Like, save that money.
He might need to go there.
Kurt going Phoenix. He likes what they did against Minnesota. He's going Phoenix here. All right, Kurt. That's our first game that someone's picked a different team here.
Yep.
Hey, guess what's back? NHL, Ron. I know how pumped up you are about it. 10-7, you got the Pittsburgh Penguins at the New York Rangers. What are you taking?
Wow, this is brutal, actually. I'm going to go the Rangers because they have the better goaltender.
It's tough game, like the first couple weeks, right? Because you want to see how a team is.
Yeah, and I don't think either. I think both of those teams might struggle this year.
Yeah, no, I think I agree, but I went Rangers as well at home. Shesterkin, again, I think you're right, better goaltender. And you always struggle at the beginning. James put a little penguin.
Look at that penguin up there.
Okay. It does look different on when you look at the
yeah, I know, huh?
It's a little different.
Weird.
Looks purple. We're like, you put a cardinal, it was a blue. It was pretty good. it was right on. He did it. He did all right. Kurt, you got a pick there, or Kurt might not be an NHL guy. I don't know. He went Pitt. He went Pitt. All right.
Oh, he's going with Sid the Kid.
Sid the Kid. They went against us. Let's see. Also, 10-8, Ron. Los Angeles Kings at the Vegas Golden Knights.
I'm going Vegas. Wait, is it my pick?
I think it was.
I
went Vegas.
I already gave Vegas anyway.
Yeah, I went Vegas as well. I'm going to tell you right now, buddy, we're picking a lot of the same every week now. Bing Crosby, the kid. He loves Bing. Him and Bing. Vegas, bing, baby. Bing. I told you he's a Vegas guy. James going Vegas. Kurt, got a pick for us, my friend?
He did. He picked
Kurt.
Vegas. Oh, no, he didn't.
Kurt got Vegas as well. All right. Tomorrow, Ron, NCAA football action. Number 3, Miami Hurricane at number 18, Florida State Seminoles. This is, I think, the only game I picked the visitor in this. I've seen some Florida State games this year. They don't look great. They've They've just not been what I thought they would be. I'm going Miami here.
That kid, that the wrecking machine that they got on Miami defense, he's going to be in there all game long. Miami's going to blow him out.
Right, and this used to be like the biggest matchup of college football ever.
I know.
Now it's Miami's definitely back, though. I will say that. You got the Hurricane. Look at it. There he goes with his, baby. He's bringing it back. Bringing it back. Kurt's going Miami as well. All right. End it off, Ron. Guess what happened last week? So we've picked the same driver twice in a row.
Yep.
And both times, the drivers finished sixth.
Oh, so come on. You got the sixth place again?
Again, back-to-back weeks. So I'm hoping this week you have a different driver. This is the Bank of America Roval 400 in Charlotte. I need a top 5 driver.
Is this a road race?
It is. It is a road race.
All right. I'm going Shane Van Gisbergen.
I can't stand you. We picked the same driver again.
Because you're on to me now. You're on to me.
The guy, and he's running this track well. So I was like, I'm going with Shane. Shane Van Gisbergen.
Absolutely.
So I can't believe it. We did it again. This guy's gonna finish
$10 to win 95. That's what you got to do. You just go with him. Although AJ Allmendinger could win this.
Chase Elliott. Kurt, if you got a driver, if not, it's okay, my friend. All right, Ron. We are ending our show. But before we end our show, I'd love for you to tell all the wonderful people out there how they can become a sponsor of this amazing podcast, the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, and have their business advertised in thousands upon thousands of homes.
Yes, Eric, all you have to do is send us an email at ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com saying, hey, we want to sponsor your show. Your ad will be here. We will read the ad, so not only will people see it, but it will be heard on the audio version for Spotify, Red Circle, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and of course, 990 WBOB will hear it, and also WDJY in Metro Atlanta will hear it. So send us that email. ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com.
Get your business out there. Help us grow as well.
Last episode, 1,100 on Facebook alone?
1.2. Okay, so.
1.2. Even more.
Not bad at all.
And then you throw in 19,000 listeners on Metro Atlanta. I mean, come on, you'd be a fool not to sponsor this show.
100%. Joey Logano for Kurt, by the way. He went Joey Logano for his racer. So, all right. With that, Ron, I do want to say first and foremost, let's thank those that continue to help us. We've already talked about 99.1 WDJY FM in Dallas, Georgia. Thank you for the support, as well as SEC TV Public Access, Channel 12. In Southeast Connecticut. Thank you for putting us on every Tuesday night. And one of our faves now, 990 WBOB in Providence, Rhode Island on 10 a.m. on Saturdays. Continue to like, share, support us on all of those different radio shows. Let them know you want to hear more of Sports Unfolded. We'd love to get some feedback from you as well on that. Ron, it is final thoughts time, and our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. I am first this week, so I will start us off with a little bit of controversy. So the NFL has announced their halftime show. And there's some people that are a little upset. It is Bad Bunny. I will say this. It is time for the NFL to continue to branch out. There's a lot of times, a lot of different artists have been excluded for different reasons, right? Or there's certain music that people may not have agreed with. Some people don't like hip hop. They did a whole thing with Dre, right? Snoop. Maybe that wasn't their cup of tea. I'm sure that's what's in that cup too. What I will say is this, Ron. Here's an opportunity to get to a Latin market, a Latin audience. They play in Brazil. So NFL's trying to get global. I think this was a smart move in their part because there's a lot of Latin fans that are going to gravitate towards this halftime show, and it's just going to bring in another audience. Even if you don't know the songs, enjoy the music, enjoy the show. Guess what? That's what it is. It's entertainment. I think people are too critical about what's being played at the halftime show. Listen, we want a good game. We want a good show at halftime. As long as it's good, it doesn't matter who it is. I mean, I think one of the alternatives and got turned down was Taylor Swift. You know what? I would have rather heard Bad Bunny. So I'm fine with it. And that's how I look at it. I don't like Taylor Swift music. So if she was the halftime show, I would have a problem more with that. So I think we just got to enjoy the show. I think he'll put on a great performance. He's a really good artist. So enjoy Bad Bunny at the halftime show of this year's Super
I believe he's the #1 selling artist in the world right now.
Yes, right? So why not have him on there?
So, I mean, look, I'm going to go into it and just give me a good show. You know, look, see if you can match up to Prince's appearance,
right?
Or U2's appearance. There's been a lot of great appearances, but then there's been some pretty bad ones too.
Agreed.
So as long as you don't crap yourself, you should be okay.
There you go. That's key in a halftime show. Don't crap yourself.
Right. Don't crap yourself. You know, I got 2, Eric.
Wow.
First of all, bidding farewell, of course, to Al Horford. One of my favorite Celtics, really, even throughout history. You know, I just love what he represents as a player, and I hope that, you know, he keeps doing that. You know, even though he's playing for the Warriors, I don't want him to change as a player or as a person. You know, I just love what he represents in basketball, and that is far better than most of the players in the league right now.
Yeah.
You know, and he's going to be missed. He's going to be missed.
Here in Boston for sure. Kurt, yeah, I think he is. He's going to put on a great show. He's a great performer. So thank you.
Yeah. And of course, I have to mention the opening of the NHL season, where my Boston Bruins, I'm sure, will go 82-0 for the season and bring home a Stanley Cup.
The problem
despite
was
having all fourth liners on their roster.
I would say this, Ron. You looked at it in the mirror; it was actually 0-82. So, so you got to look at it. Yeah, you see, in the mirror it was backwards. Yeah.
You know, look, I like some of the players, but you know, when you're gonna have a guy like, and I don't wanna criticize Arvidsson. I don't want to pick him out of a lineup. I do want to pick him out of the lineup. But he's going to be on your second line, and he's a third liner at best. And when you have a roster full of third and fourth liners, you're not going to do very well. And it looks like the Bruins aren't going to let the kids play. And that is disheartening.
Well, if Chara tells him, because he's going to be working on some very key areas of the team, I think he might be all right. Horford was a very respectful player. Kurt, we agree it's a big loss for the Celtics fans out there. Ron, thank you.
Your input, Kurt. Love it.
Yeah. This is the end of our show. We want to thank those that have joined us live. Manny, James, Kurt, Danny, thank you all for your support each and every week. We ask that you go to our social media platforms.
No love for Coded Comedy or whatever his name was?
I thought about it, but yeah.
Or the other one there. What's the other one?
Yeah, jump on Discord right now and put that in. A kick. But thank you all for joining us. We want to make sure you check us out every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on all our social media platforms. Go to our pages, like, share them, tell your friends about it. We'd love to get even more people involved. Check out our websites as well. We will be updating and have a new Hall of Fame inductee next week. So we're excited about that.
You know what we should do, Eric? If the fans want to give a final thought, they can send us a video, like a 30-second video,
Yeah.
and you can give a final thought. And if you can do that throughout this week, we can play it after the show ends.
I love it. I love it. Let's get the fans involved. You guys have been amazing. We want to see you next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded. We will see you then. Ron, thank you again for your time. And all we ever ask for every single episode is that we get peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody.